Hi, my name is Michaela. I'm a Centre Director at a Busy Bees Leicester Meridian nursery. I've been here for nearly 20 years. I always knew from being a young child that I wanted to work with children, and particularly I wanted to be a nanny, and I wanted to gain my nursery nurse qualification, and I was very fortunate to go to a very prestigious college with a very well-known reputation for its quality of nursery nurses. I've worked in the childcare sector for 32 years. I was very fortunate that I was a nanny to start with a lovely family, and I was there for 4.5 years. Absolutely loved working with the family. Then I went on to work in a village nursery that opened new to the village community, and I started as a assistant officer in charge, and I was there for 7.5 years and loved every moment of working in a village nursery with that community feel within the nursery in the villages. Then I saw an opportunity to join a group nursery chain, and I came here, and that was nearly 20 years ago, and I've been here ever since, and I'm still learning today. Apprentices are our future childcare practitioners, and if they were anything like me, you have to be that type of person to want to work with children. Coming in as an apprentice, you can come into an established company like Busy Bees and really learn what the ethos is and be surrounded by passionate, experienced practitioners, and apprentices can learn from that. And then also they can also bring something to the role as well of the younger ideas and fresh ideas that they've learned at college themselves before they came to be an apprentice. They have good days, they have bad days because they are working. They've also got family life as well. But when they do that and they finally get that phone call to say, I'm really pleased to say that you're now a level 2 or level 3 practitioner, it's a real nice moment that we can share with them because we've been on that journey with them as well. And then that opens them up to become permanent staff within the Busy Bee centres. I've had a very successful apprenticeship programme here at this centre where they've come straight from school knowing they want to work within the childcare sector, and they've done their level 2 and they've achieved it, and which has then meant that they've had a permanent position within the centre or at other Busy Bee centres. And then they actually want to continue and go on to do their level 3 childcare. And some of those individuals that have started here at this centre on that journey now are senior positions within the centre, or they've gone to other Busy Bee centres and took senior positions on there and are still there now. So yes, really pleased for them.
We also have first aid and CPD. So how valuable is this to your nursery team and to yourself as well?
It's paramount because it is part of the statutory requirements that all qualified practitioners have to have the recognised first aid qualifications once they become qualified. So that is part of the training process that they have to do, and then that means then within the nursery, every base room has got sufficient practitioners on site that would know what to do if there was a risk of a child being injured or getting into some distress at all. All the staff are encouraged to look at training all the time. It's part of their professional development, and it's discussed at their supervision, it's discussed at staff meetings, and it means practitioners can continue on their own learning journey. They do like the e-learning. They've particularly found the SEN training really important because obviously we're having a lot more children with specific needs in the centres. They've also really enjoyed the recent one on schemas, which is helping staff get ready for the new EYFS framework, which is changing under Ofsted this September. And also they've really enjoyed the promoting positive behaviour, because the COVID lockdown restrictions has affected children's personal, social and emotional development, which has impacted on behaviour. Suddenly having to come into a centre and be with other children, learning how to share, how to behave, knowing what boundaries are. So the promoting positive behaviour Every practitioner that's here that's done that has found that a really useful training to access. We recently had staff who returned back after being on furlough with the lockdown, and while they had been on furlough, their paediatric first aid qualifications had expired, but we still had plenty of people within the centre who could carry on doing that responsibility and meet children's needs. So what we did was we were able to access training at our National Support Centre. And the way it was organised was that the staff made their own way there, travelling, following COVID procedures. Once they got to the centre, the feedback that I got upon their return was that they were made to feel really safe. The trainer was really knowledgeable about what was happening. They knew what the COVID health and safety procedures were, kept very much touching in with all of the trainers on the day, making sure that they were all okay with their own well-being and that they were comfortable and they felt at ease. So that was really good to hear that when they came back, they'd all achieved their paediatric first aid qualification, but while doing it, they were in a safe environment and felt very supported by the trainer. I have actually heard a live session being done with one of my staff. I was close by, and first of all, the particular trainer that delivered the session, very knowledgeable. Not only knowledgeable, but made it fun and used lots of different ways of communicating the topic that they were learning. So they were able to read things visually, they were able to watch media videos, but then they were also able to listen to him and what he was delivering. He was really good at giving everybody the opportunity to contribute. So everybody was able to bring in their own experiences, also their own understanding and brainstorming and sort of supporting each other with different answers as well. So yeah, really good.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed this video and found the information useful. If you'd like to know more about this subject or any other training related activity, please visit busybeestraining.co.uk. Or to discover more from our virtual careers and training event, visit refresh.busybeestraining.co.uk.